Okay, so I'll start with the first question. Gender inequality is defined as allowing people different opportunities due to perceived differences based solely on one's gender. It is a prejudicial treatment of an individual or group due to gender. It is usually in terms of the treatment of women. Do you feel that in your own life, either in your professional career or personal life, you have experienced discrimination due to your gender?
Well, before I start, would it be helpful if I introduce myself?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. My name is Jennifer Butler. I'm Kate's aunt, and I work at a company called Highmark, and we are the third largest integrated health plans in the nation. And my role specifically is in information technology, where I am a vice president, and we have 2,800 information technology professionals that help run the health. And I'm responsible for about 600 people. And each day we process millions of transactions that help the company run. And so that's what I do. And in terms of gender inequality, I have never felt that I was discriminated against because of gender, although I did step aside in my role for about 6 years when I had my children. The first one is my son Evan, who is now 21, and I was part-time for a number of years. And I went back after 6 years to be full-time as a manager. And since then, I've been working to catch up to my male counterparts. So although I didn't feel discriminated because I was a woman and decided to focus on my family, I'm a little behind others in my field.
Okay, thank you. And then, the next question.
I'm being videotaped.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Can you edit that out?
Yeah. Okay, so the next question. Here is a quote from an article exploring gender inequality around the world on the Discovery Channel's website. No society treats women as well as its men. That's the conclusion from the United Nations Development Program as written in its 1997 Human Development Report. Almost 50 years earlier, in 1948, the United Nations General Assembly had adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which specified that everyone, regardless of gender, was entitled to the same rights and freedoms. The 1997 Human Development Report, as well as every Human Development Report that followed, has highlighted that each country falls short of achieving that goal. On my website, I am focusing on gender inequality in the United States. Do you feel that gender inequality continues to be a big issue in the U.S.? If so, is this surprising to you?
I don't feel as though gender inequality continues to be a big issue, although pay inequality for women is a big issue. In fact, in the White House alone, the pay differential between men and women is even quite substantial. Women are paid only 88% of what men are paid in the White House. And in industry overall, it's about 70%, sometimes up to 77%. So although we have equal opportunity and laws and regulations around equal opportunity, and I've been granted equal opportunity, women still have to fight harder to be paid equally as their male counterparts in the same job. So we have a lot of work to do there. And I am very, very fortunate that several women I know, some of whom have been my coaches in my career, have paved the way for me to advance in my career as I have. And I hope that I'm able to do the same for younger women in my field.
Wait.
And then the final question. It is widely known that girls do not go into the hard sciences as much as boys, and then do not end up with some of the higher paying jobs because of this? Why do you think girls won't go into these fields as much? Is it something about how girls are raised or educated?
Well, in the United States, we call, especially in my industry, we call those fields STEM fields. And that stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. And certainly it is true, Kate, what you say in terms of young women not pursuing those fields as much as the boys in their class. We have a young man in behind here who's pursuing a science degree, but so is his sister. So I think what we have to do, we have a whole audience back here. I think what we have to do as women, you're ruining the video.
Hey, this is a school video.
I think what we have to do as women is encourage our women counterparts, as well as discourage stereotypes for young women entering science and technology fields, and ensure that they have equal encouragement in classes like yours, so that you feel as fields as anybody else. And then also, I know that teachers are focusing here in the United States on how to make STEM positions more attractive to young women. And in my role, I've done a lot of hiring, and I look to ensure that we have not just men but women in our new class each year. We hire about 140 students out of college each year. And I make sure that, we have as many men as women, and that we have a diversified class.
We're getting lots of background conversation. Hmm? Oh, that's it. Oh.
Okay.
All right. What's it to you?
So is that it?